Check, 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 check. Good afternoon, everybody. As we get ready for the evening here in the Back Mountain, as the Back Mountain Torrent host the Lancaster Inferno. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. The starting lineup, so we go between the afternoon and night. Hey, that's what 6 o'clock will do to you. Abby Augie, the goalkeeper out of Southern Connecticut State. Myra Stryberg, a defender out of Shepherd. You've got Emily Widener, the College of New Jersey. She'll play forward. Paxton Steffi out of Chatham University. Annabelle Wunderlich. Got 13 Madison Root out of Youngstown State. Annika Kranzai out of Bloomsburg. Maddie Carper out of Lebanon Valley. Trinity Seaman Aware, number 21 out of Lock Haven. 23, Lauren Weaver, a defender. And 30, Jessica Williams out of Delaware Valley University. Wendell Hanifer, the head coach of Lancaster. In the meantime, starting lineup for Back Mountain: Olivia Meniscus out of Misericordia. Allie Francis, Dallas high school girl, plays at Franklin and Marshall. Kira Pommering out of Stonehill College. You got Sydney Hess out of Bucknell. Emma Przhaki attended Misericordia years ago. Isa Mendola, Misericordia. Emma Schweitzer, number 12. You got Kate Field, number 16, Misericordia. Carly Stoner out of Misericordia. Bryn Hess out of Holy Family University. And in goal, Emma Stroud, Lake Lehman product, and Misericordia University. So we will play 45 minutes. We count up and ready to go here. Take a peek at our radar, see if the weather's going to hold out. We got some ominous clouds surrounding the stadium right now, but the threat of thunderstorms has gone down as the day has gone on. We're down to 15%, 14%, and 15% over the next couple of hours. So things looking positive in that aspect. Last week, these two teams played, and I could tell you firsthand, you took your life in your hands driving down to Lancaster. And I chuckle a little bit because it was dangerous. It was some serious thunderstorms, and we are underway. So that's the way things went last week here in the league. Issa Mendola gets it over to her forward, Emma Schweitzer. Comes across the middle there, got stopped just a little too much east and west. Mendola passes it back to Przhaki, and then Schweitzer, that's actually Meniscus, tried to get it to Mendola, and those two were just a hair off there with a little bit of pressure coming on the back there of Meniscus. So now we'll get it the other way. That is Williamson. And it'll get right over to Emma Stroud, the projected keeper for Misericordia this year. She'll have a battle for the starting position along with a couple of underclassmen. So here is Lancaster. They lost last week to this Torrent team from Back Mountain. Back Mountain got goals, hat trick from Schweitzer. And Allie Francis had a couple of goals last week. So it was a good overall effort. So a full roster for the Torrent today, including 2 extra keepers. Vacations. The league came out with their schedule a little bit late this year. So, people had planned vacations and so forth for players, so it wasn't easy for everybody to kind of get everything organized to say, hey, we could definitely make it. We're going to thank our friends at Endless Energy and AMP Global Strategies. Mendola hits it off the belly button, and then it comes back over and booted out of the back there by Hess. So everybody on the Torrent will push up, and it'll be up to the keeper here, Abby Augie, to do the job. Now it'll go to Meniscus, trying to gain control there, but it comes forward, and Stoner tries to get over. But number 10, Annabelle Wunderlich, is there. Here is Wunderlich. Sends one across the middle, but it'll be right to the Torrent, and Hess is there. Back over to Meniscus. Continuity of this Torrent team, we saw it last week. It was pretty strong. Finally, when you get 8 weeks together, things start to come together with a lot of different players, different places. Here is Allie Francis out of Franklin and Marshall. Makes that move down the far side. Cuts back to the inside and a look to send one across, but she gets pushed off the ball there. Nice job by the defender. So the wind kicking up just a bit. And the Inferno trying to go forward and do a nice job of doing that. Almost a through ball there. They tried to get it up to Williamson, but unable to get it through the hole there as Hess made the stop. Thank our friends on the John Mendola Show Network, McCarthy Tire Service, one of the largest tire dealers in North America. Tracy Zarola from Lewis and Freeman, Dr. Todd, Manuka Subaru, It's All We Do, Dee's Diner, our Carol and Janelle, the pizza capital of the world, Athletic Republic. And an opportunity here will get over to the goalie. So that is Emma Stroud. We'll boot this thing away, and it'll go over towards Carly Stoner, trying to get a little bit of action on it and get over to her teammate Mendola. Mendola wins that battle. She'll make a little move here. Mendola trying to break free down this way and then runs into number 2. But a nice little 15-yard jaunt to get it on the other side. It was Stryberg who stopped that threat. It's back over to the middle. This will come over, and Mendola will face number 10 here. Get funneled in and get funneled over. As hockey is there. Back over. Now it'll come to number 17. Mendola stops that, gets knocked down there for a moment, and then circled around and coming back in, and Hess pickpockets that one, and Field clears it. Stoner addressing that ball there. Now Meniscus trying to push somebody off the ball, and this will sail way down there, and it'll go all the way out, and it'll be Emma Stroud who will address this from her keeper position. So a human night here in the back mountain, but we're on the better end of things in some areas. Friday night, well, about 30 miles from here in Blakesley, they got 6 inches of rain. Just missed Mendola's head, floated over, goes off the Inferno, and Mendola will get the throw in here. Mendola will head into her sophomore year at Misericordia. Field. There's Meniscus, another sophomore to be. She makes a little move there, gets by one, gets it over to Carly Stoner. Stoner, a threat down this far side. Hits it off a body, and we'll get a corner coming up for the back mountain Torrent. Carly Stoner uses some heady play, and Kate Field will hustle over the graduating Misericordia player. Here comes the quarter here for the Torrent. Booms it straight over the middle, a little far. Hess had a head on it, and then Hess comes back, falls down, gets taken down, and 2 backups there for the Torrent were in place. Pris Hockey will head on up towards the 25 and take a strike at it. Schweitzer on the far left field over there. Meniscus is close by. And now Hess will come in after that. They work the wall, move that around a little bit. And now the whistle. That sends one off one of the bodies. Meniscus recovers, and Meniscus tried to float that one over. Not a bad idea there. about 7.5 minutes, almost coming up on 8 minutes into this contest here. Final game of the season between the Back Mountain Torrent and the Lancaster Inferno. They happened the way the schedule worked out, back-to-back weeks. So comes over the middle. Field is there. Field will send it back to Hess. And then it gets picked off there. And now it'll be a footsie race down that far side as Hess will get there. Hustling over to the middle is Wunderlich. And then won here by Hess, and then kicked out towards another Inferno player. Makes a nice cut there, sends one across. Prashaki gets her little tipsy toe on it, and then Ali Francis does the job to get it across the middle. Here's Meniscus. Meniscus wins it, and Emma Schweitzer in space runs by one of the Inferno. Carly Stoner on the far end right now. Is she onside? And here comes Emma Schweitzer. Score! Emma Schweitzer doing what she does best. Takes it down that left wing and releases that thing into the back of the net. So a nice job by Emma Schweitzer. So in that 9th minute goes Emma Schweitzer for the Torrent to get off the schneid and score. That far side right now, Ali Francis gets pushed out, and she'll remain with the ball for the Torrent. Up will come number 23, Bryn Hess. Nice crowd on hand tonight. Some exposure this week for the Torrent on the TV end. That's always helpful, showing what these young ladies have worked so hard. And this one by Pomerick. Nice header out of the back there by the Inferno defense. Field open in the middle. They send another one. This one goes a little bit wide and taken care of by Augie. They'll send it out of the back here over to number 21, Trinity Seaman. Dola's got 2 over here coming. Gonna have to get on her horse, and it goes out as Prashaki got there to make sure that that had nowhere to go. Over to Field. It's it over to the middle. That'll go to Hess. So Hess and Hess right there out of the back. And a little block there by the Infinity. And this one's high, or I'm sorry, the Inferno, not the Infinity. The Inferno. And they shoot one a little bit high of the keeper, Emma Stroud. It comes back over to Wunderlich. Wunderlich has that middle. Has a little bit of wiggle room. Gets it over. Oh, just saved at the last second by Stroud. That looked like it was going right for that corner and poked away at the last possible second. Well placed by number 10, Annabelle Wunderlich. Back to the center, Stoner. Here comes Meniscus. Meniscus ran into a roadblock there. That was called number 12, Madison Root. Now back over to this right side. Wunderlich now has a little bit of wiggle room. Mandola's going to try to funnel it inside. They go to the outside for his hockey and send it over to Williamson. So Williamson will try to send one across. Gets over to Hess. She heads it out, and it'll be a throw-in coming up here. So Mandola has to address Williamson here on this outside. He sits a little bit and waits for that. That's a cross off a header, and this will go out, and it'll be Emma Stroud taking care of business. This one outside and poked ahead. And Pomerink will get it. Pomerink will look back, gets it to Mendola. We'll look over here on this side. Gets it back over to her teammate Pomerink. Or I'm sorry, Prohusky. And now it back over to Schweitzer. I'll play it backwards here for a few. And now down that left-hand side, Ali Francis and Hess will chase, but the other Hess is right there to take care of it. Now it'll come back up here for Lancaster. And Schweitzer gets there. Sends one across right to Stoner. Stoner has meniscus. And it'll bounce right over to the center and taken care of there by Lauren Weaver. Schweitzer comes up to poke it away. It'll come back over to the outside, and Schweitzer ends up winning that. Schweitzer tries to send one to Stoner right there off Stoner's footsie, and Stoner hustles it, but it'll go out. So we're going to throw in here out of the back. Go towards Mendola. Mendola tried to get it to Pomerink, ends up getting it over to Meniscus. And here comes Schweitzer. Schweitzer with a beautiful pass down that left side to Stoner. Nobody's home right now on the cross. Stoner's going to slow it down to wait for Peeps. Gets it over there and gets by Meniscus and not enough to get to Francis. And here comes Hess out of the back pretty fast. See if she could get a Jimmy the Ripper on it and gets one on it. But Augie is there to take care of business. So a quick development there for the Back Mountain Torrent, but nice job by the Inferno. Banged up in the middle. And the whistle, not sure that's a 50-50 one. It's going to go the Torrent way. Chris Hockey is there, plays it back to Hess. Hess is going to try to make a little bit of a run on that right-hand side. Gets it over to Sissy. Those two bang, bang on that right side. Here's Stoner now. Will run across. Meniscus hanging out in the middle, but she's got three blue shirts around her. It goes off Lancaster, so we'll get a corner coming up. Appreciate you joining us, and thank our friends at Endless Energy, AMP Global Strategies. Of course, the John Mendola Show. As Kate Field now eyes up that ball, gets it across, it'll come, Mendola steps in, gets a thigh on it, but then headed out of the back there by the Inferno. Little shield action here. Taken down by Hess out of the back as she got the ball. Here comes Schweitzer now. Dangerous right there, sends one across, and Ali Francis got a club left foot on it, but couldn't get a full strike on it. th minute here in the first half between these two. Meniscus to Hess, and Hess has wiggle room up here on that right-hand side. Sends a beautiful ball down to Ali Francis. Ali Francis is going to run it down. Ali Francis still going. Ali Francis will get a corner for the Torrent. Kate Field will head back over to try to get that working. So here comes Kate Field on the corner. Sends one across, goes off of one blue jersey. Meniscus is here. Pokes it back out. Pomerink gets about 20% on that one and just a routine ground ball there. Everybody will run on out. And we'll get a bootsy here out to the midfield. End up going to Hess. Hess to Meniscus. Looks for Allie Francis in the pocket. Tried to get it between Stoner and Francis, but a couple of blue jerseys were there, and this will take a bounce here for the Inferno and get back to the defenders. Come across the middle here. Pomerank will come to rush it out, and then heads over to that other side. Kate Field will corral it. Allie Francis has Stoner running over. Stoner will make that run. Came in, then went long. But enough for the defense there to take care of it. That looked like Paxton Steffi. This one over to Meniscus, and Meniscus hits it off for yet another corner. Let's see if the Torrent can do something with this. Kate Field once again. Will try to get in this mix here in the center. Just missed her head. But Pomerank will run this thing down. And she'll boot it back to Hockey. Get it over to Meniscus. Back to Pomerank. And off a Tootsie Toe there. And we'll get a Gray throw in here coming up from Mendola. So she's got Stoner, Schweitzer, Meniscus, the first three. Stoner will make the run all the way over. And Mendola will get it right near her footsie and popped up in the air there. Nice job by Stoner, able to control that thing. And Mendola here on the outside. Sends one down to Schweitzer. Schweitzer tries to get through. Mega Millions close, but didn't do enough. Mendola funnels her to the inside, and then Williamson's there. And Williamson will look back over to the middle, but there's just too many gray shirts, including Hess. So that is Bryn Hess wearing 23. Field over there on that far side with that neon headband. Ran into a player there from Lancaster. 21st minute. This one sent above. Could be dangerous here, but no. They got a head on it. And then back over McCarley. Stoner wins it. Stoner gets it in between Meniscus and Schweitzer. Mendola will try to settle this. She'll have some immediate heat. Try to get it over to Schweitzer. Send a little softball over there, and then it'll be hit out by Lancaster, and Mendola will have the throw in. See if she looks quickly. She's got Meniscus and finds her. Meniscus back to Mendola. Mendola send a sidewinder over towards that middle. See if it'll float off a body. It does not. Lancaster is right in position for that one. So a nice job there by the Inferno. And then back over to number 10, who's had a lot of action, Wonderlook. So Wonderlook was there. Meniscus sends one right over to Kate Field's footsie. Went off of there and just went a little long. And then back over to Hess to Field. Field will give that over to Hess. Great battle down there between her and number 3, Hustling. Shot is going to be wide. Nice little cooling breeze. We'll take as much cooling breeze here in the press box as we can. It's a Baker. This one booted out. Pomerank gets her head on it. And then back over Carly Stoner. Now a little rebound. Here is Schweitzer. Got rid of it. Beautiful pass to Meniscus and took a quick step with it. Thought she could do something with it and then got not too much. And then there's Hockey. Here is Williamson now. She'll send a ball right down by Hess. Can't get by her. Number 5, Emily Widener, the College of New Jersey, was hustling there. Would have been a perfect. There is a storm close by. See if we get affected by that. I'm going to take a peek at the radar. I have a close friend who lives close by, says, hey, it's pouring here. And a little bit of pinball wizard going on here. Remember, there's just that small percentage of the area that would be affected. So we'll take a look and see what that radar looks like. Again, there are some ominous clouds around us, but we've been pretty fortunate here in Northeast PA in this area right now. Yes, there is a little bit of a storm just north of us. Like, we are right on the edge of it where that mountain range is, and it is pouring probably within a few miles from here. Here is Wonderlick. Mandola sends her the one way, and Kate Field gets it. So Mandola just funneling those young ladies to help, and that has worked so far for Back Mountain. Here is Emma Schweitzer. Goes through 3-4 peeps, tried to set one to Allie Francis, her teammate, just a little not there. But again, you're still in the summer, you're practicing, you're looking around. Those two played at Dallas together, and they went their separate ways, Franklin and Marshall and Misericordia University. And both doing positive things at their respective places. And now here comes Pomerink now, trying to get a little too much sauce on that one for Stoner down in the corner. So we'll get a couple substitutions in here. Number 4 will come in. That is Lily Highstand. She will be an incoming freshman at Misericordia. And also number 29, Devin Deary. At the Penn State Berks, a well-established program. That'll be on the list this year, I think, for Misericordia University. They'll play Penn State Berks. So if you look at the mountain across us, there's some deep clouds, and there's a cell tower over there. Right over there is where that storm is. So we're just a few air miles from that storm right now that we're lucking out that we're not getting the rain here. Great play there by Meniscus to create a little bit of separation and win the ball. Here is Stoner. Carly Stoner kicks it through one. Carly Stoner almost got there, just a little too much on that one, but great effort. 1-0 is the score in the 26th minute. Here between Back Mountain hosting Lancaster Inferno. That one booted forward.
Entering the game for the Inferno, number 4, Lily Highstand, and number 29, Devin Deary.
So yeah, we're about 3 miles. That friend of mine is pouring like crazy. The fans here are so grateful, so they don't have to take cover or anything. They're just hanging out in the stands, and we're starting to feel a little drizzle. All right, we're starting to get a little drizzle now. I don't know if the skies are going to unleash or not, but we're starting to get a little taste of it. Job by Allie Francis over there to take care of business, slow that threat down. Hess came up quickly. Hess looking across. Hess gets stopped for his hockey. Mandola coming down this left wing. And it will be Kira Pomerink. Kira Pomerink gets pushed down for a second. Pomerink still battling there. Nice battle there in the center. Physical play by Myra Strybig and Pomerink. Could have went either way. This one will go back and across to Hess. So we'll see Kaylin Gallagher head in. We'll also see number 24, Annis Booker, who attends Millersville University. So that'll be offsides there on the Torrent. And now we'll see some substitutions. So Stoner will come out for Back Mountain. Very fit, always running around the field. Hard worker.
Number 24, Elise Booker. Entering the game for the Torrent, number 18, Kalen Gallagher.
So we look at that cell phone tower out in the background. That's where it's actually raining. And right here, we're getting a little mist. We're lucky. Coming back over this way, Schweitzer off her. I think this should be, yes, an Inferno throw. So the head coach right there, Wendell Hannaford. Nice fella. He was traveling with the team that is in the, I think it's the USW1, not the USW2. And that one sent down, and it's going to be a corner as first hockey didn't feel like playing a physical game down there. Said, let's get him over to this corner. We'll take care of it. We will see. It is just a 1-0 game. Appreciate you joining us here. Want to thank our friends at Endless Energy and Global Strategies. Of course, our friends at McCarthy Tire Service. Sponsors here. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Great family, great people, and one of the largest tire dealers in North America. Straight across and headed out there. Hess coming over. They're going to try to see if they get it to Booker. Booker sends it over to her friend, and just a little too much on that. Not the right connection. And it will be Stroud taking care of this one. So number 6 will get in here. Looks like Megan McNeely. This one off a body, Pommering. And bounces out off a body, and it'll go over to Mendola. We'll get the rotation in here. So McNeely will come in for Allie Francis. First minute. Just above Gallagher. Here's Meniscus, tries to make a turn. Meniscus sends a floater. Gallagher's going to try to run this down and gets close to it. They kick it back out, but nice job that you got to just take everything seriously. You just don't know what can happen. Sacrificing the body there, Pommering. And it goes off Lancaster, so Mendola will get a throw-in. It'll actually be a direct kick, and it'll go to Przhaki. So they're all lined up at the 18. Przhaki sends a beautiful ball, and McNeely just out of a range. And now played here by Lancaster. Here is Schweitzer. Schweitzer sends one across. Gallagher went through the goalie's hands. And Schweitzer went to take care of it and just got back on it. Mendola will come up hard here. Field, sacrifice. Kate Field trying to win this here in the middle. Back over, it is Meniscus. Hustles that. Meniscus still hustling, but it'll end up in Hess's possession here in the back. Hess to Meniscus. Hess just stays with it. Gonna get there, man. No, just a little outsider. footsie. So Hess with the motor there. Pomerinkle hustle over Schweitzer. Here's Gallagher. Back over towards the center, Pomerink now. Kate Field. McNeely somehow keeps it in. Thought that was going to head off her. Takes a little ricochet rabbit there, and Gallagher will rush it, but it'll come back down, and then Booker on that left side down, and that goes off her foot, and it'll be a throw-in coming up here for the back mount. Waiting for a ball from one of the ball girls. They're like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Now they kick it over. Hess. There's Hockey looking. Meniscus. Mendola goes down that far wing. Meniscus. Mendola waiting for it. And they're going to say just offsides. Rotation. So number 9 will come in, number 26 and number 3. So Ashlyn Keys wears 3, plays at Eastern. 9, Haley Schillebear, King's College. And 26, Megan Burkholder, Eastern University. The players in now for Lancaster.
Entering for the Inferno, number 3, Ashlyn Keys.
This one goes back over the middle.
And number 26, Megan Burkholder.
Far side, Lancaster. Battling McNeely. Bounce back over. Playing that left side. Pris Hockey. All kind of room here in the middle. She could drive a big truck there. Here is Schweitzer. And Schweitzer goes by one, by another. Gallagher, Schweitzer. Schweitzer makes a quick cut. Schweitzer sends one a little high. Catch number 9, Callie Reskowski, headed to Shenandoah University. She'll be getting into the lineup here any moment. Mendola coming up to address number 4. And then it goes back to the defensive line here. There's Hockey. There comes a steady rain right now that is popping up here. A light, steady rain, but enough to make people uncomfortable. Mendola trying to win that, and does a good job of boxing out there, and then Pris Hockey was close by. Reskowski will get in here. We'll take out Meniscus. And a conversation here with Taylor Jamison and Olivia Meniscus.
Entering the game for the Torrent, number 9, Callie Reskowski.
So it is Hess now. Bounce it over. Gallagher. McNeely sends one upper. Not upper 90, just upper. So a little high. McNeely now has an earring she's got to take out, or earrings. They just keep playing on. I think she's actually has to come out. Probably some kind of rule there. So 10 players right now. So there's a stoppage in play. Gallagher trying to keep this down this left-hand side here in the 39th minute. Gallagher sends one across off one of the bodies of the Inferno. Coming up there hard was Hess. Lancaster sending it up. Mendola's going to press that one. Still pressing it over to the middle. And sends Lancaster east and west instead of north and south. That was number 4, Lily Highstand. Penalty or whistle goes against the Torrent. And McNeely will come all the way across now. That's a boomer. Kate Field, what a great header there. That was a threat. And that one will go long and far. And Callie Rezkowski, she's good at running long distance, so she will run that down the best she could. Coming up strong is Emma Schweitzer. An opportunity here with her and Rezkowski. Got pushed down right in the box. The 41st minute. We'll find Emma Schweitzer lining on up here. So, got to think rebound here. Emma Schweitzer. Shoots and scores. So Schweitzer's second goal of the evening. 2-0. Schweitzer, the All-American Division III Player of the Year. Coming up strong. Gallagher, good effort, not going to make it. As we thank our friends at Endless Energy, AMP Global Strategies, Comets Law, located on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre, Mendocino's Pizza, in Daleville, your local State Farm insurance agents, including Frank Sorokach in Tunkhannock and Melissa Walter. Here is the opportunity for Lancaster. Shoots and scores. So they got a breakaway there going, and they crossed it very well and able to get that one on a fireball low. So a nice job there by Lancaster, coming right back. Take care of business. Two to one.
Inferno goal in the 43rd minute by number 24, Anise Booker.
Booker finished it out of Millersville. Hockey is there. Back over to the center. Here is Field. Field trying to get it over to McNeely. Now back coming over to that freshman. Sends one across to Booker again. Booker got shut down there by the Hess sisters. And Pomerink was hustling back. Well, the final minute here of that first half. Gallagher hustles down. That gets booted away over Reskowski's head. Back over to Booker. High stand, Mendola right there to take care of that one. And Przhaki. Booted away. Kate Field. The bicycle stance there. I was just trying to slow it down. A lot of action here in the center of the field. Over to number 21, Seaman. Coming down, Mendola there, and Mendola boots it on out right in the pocket that time of Lily Highstand. Sent across, and it'll come to Pomerink. She'll be the first person we see. It'll roll out. Get ready to wrap up that clock here in the first half between these two. Schweitzer. Lancaster will be awarded a kick here. Beautiful ball. Stroud takes care of it. Just couldn't get enough air there to hang up just a little longer for Lancaster. Booted out. Hit by Highstand. Sent down and comes over to the center here in the final moments of this first half, so we think. McNeely. McNeely sends one, just has a little too much on it. Reskowski in her area. Reskowski back over to McNeely. To Field is coming. Field, just keep going with it as Gallagher. Gallagher waiting there. Kaylin Gallagher looking for a spot. No saw. Schweitzer still there, and then they kick it out. That's it. First half over. 2-1. Back Mountain in front. Thanks to Endless Energy, AMP Global Strategies, the John Mendola Show, McCarthy Tire Service, and our sponsors. All right, back at it. Second half. Here we go. Between the Torrent and the Inferno. 2-1. Lancaster hanging in there. And have looked a little better here in the second part of the half. So we'll see how Back Mountain responds. Here's an opportunity here. Williamson. Her and Hess tangling up there. So 17, Maddie Casper. Boots a nice ball right to Emma Stroud on a one-hopper. Stroud will wait for everybody to get out. Boots that down, and Carly Stoner will try to get that forward on Schweitzer. Here come the Inferno. Hess coming up hard and out. So fortunate break there for Back Mountain. Off another head. It'll keep matriculating down here. One there by Lancaster. Sydney Hess. Stoner back over to Meniscus. Meniscus is going to look, gets the ball over to Issa Mendola on that far side. Mendola runs into a body. Mendola still battling down there. And Wunderlich slid that ball out underneath. Mendola slides one into Meniscus. Back over. Mendola sends a hard ball right near Stoner. But Lancaster got to it. Hockey now defending. And they'll send one down, and Hess will get there before Wunderlich. Bryn Hess off her head, and Pomerink will come out and get it right over to Allie Francis. Allie Francis uses a little move there to get by, and then comes back over to the center. Nice job there by Annika Kranzai. So this one will come over to Francis. Francis knocks over the defender, then has to fix her shoe. That was a hard hit by both girls. And Stoner will head on down here. So 27 is the keeper in theory. But there is no 27 on the roster. So Augie wore 1. We got Allison Buckholder wearing 18. And Jocelyn Umana, who wears number 00. Check with our peeps here. Double check what we got. Looks like a 27 there. Yep, that's what everybody's saying. And this one's going to float, 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 float. And nice job by Emma Stroud doing the job of kicking that in, gaining control. Endless Energy, Amp Global Strategies. Thank our friend, Dr. Todd in 44. McCarthy Tire, Manuka Subaru. It's All We Do, Dee's Diner. The Athletic Republic in Dallas and Music are Caro and Janelle. FNCB Bank, Comets Law, Mendocino's Pizza, Local State Farm Insurance Agents, Tracy Zarola. Out of Lewis and Freeman. lucky to be held out of the rain tonight. Francis got it over to Meniscus. Meniscus looking and just couldn't get enough over for it to work. So they'll go sideways over here to Wonderlick, that is. And Hess coming down. Slide tackle there by Hess. This one booted up in the center. Sid Hess over to Pomerink. Pomerink over towards Meniscus. And Meniscus got her arm into her. They'll call that. And Lancaster will have an opportunity. So Meniscus just got that arm in her back to take her down on that. And that one just a little high. So Emma Stroud out of the back right now for the back Mountain Torrent. She's got the red jersey, back Mountain in gray, and Lancaster in blue. Schweitzer wins it. Schweitzer, they push her down, and they'll get that call there, Wonderlick, on the throwdown. Chris Hockey. Comes across to Sid Hess. Sidney Hess to Bryn. Hess gets there. And knocked out there by, here's Allie Francis. Allie Francis went left, came right, and got it right to the keeper. Back over to Hess. Here in the center. Francis got that up in the air to Hess. Hess boots one across. Just blue shirts there. And they rushed that. They didn't have to. No communication there on Lancaster's part there. They could have just saved that corner, but here comes Kate Field. So Kate Field will head over to that far corner and try to make something happen here for the back Mountain Torrent, leading 2-1 against Lancaster. Booted up. Off a body, and the keeper fell down, and it'll go out. So we'll get a throw-in coming up here for the Torrent. Got Allie Francis on that far side. Here you have Carly Stoner. Stoner over to Francis, and then knocked out there by number 16, Krasny. Meniscus makes a quick move. Olivia Meniscus sends one over to Kate Field, and just a little bit of shielding there, and then that one goes beyond here as Chris Hockey gets over here. Boots it back down towards Allie Francis. Got a head on it, and maybe Stoner close. But a good job there by the keeper. Booted up right towards midfield. And Kate Field does the job there. Here is Olivia Meniscus. Meniscus working here in the center. Meniscus still going. Meniscus got bodied off the ball there, fell down, and comes back over here on that opposite side as Hess puts her body into her and lays down the smack. Goes out, be a throw-in coming up. This one booted over to the middle. Hockey got it past. Meniscus goes down. This one coming back over. And Pomerink chased that one. Nice crowd here in the final game in the middle of July for the Back Mountain Torrent. Biggest crowd of the year against Lancaster. And no call there. They were hoping for one and just saying it's going the other way. Everybody's sweating today. That's what you get here in a Sunday night game here at Mangelsdorf for the Back Mountain Torrent. Hess to Francis to Hess, who sends down off the head. Here comes Mendola coming up hard, her in field, and Mendola sends one, just couldn't get it over to field. Tried to make something work there as you had Schweitzer getting ready to pounce over there. There's a dangerous ball, and nice job by shielding there. Mendola over to Stoner. Stoner sends one to Meniscus. And Meniscus got it poked away. Wonderlick and Mendola will battle there. Mendola wins it, tries to send one down towards Schweitzer. Just a little too much on it as it'll come back over to the center. Meniscus wins this one. Meniscus to Schweitzer, just a little bit off there. And Hockey will get over there to take care of that. So we're into the 58th minute here in this contest. Hess. 13 is Madison Root for Lancaster. Back over Hess. And there's a goal. We're knotted up as Hess was on that one, but just a nice job by Lancaster. We're knotted up at 2 apiece. Back Mountain's going to have to dig in a little bit here. A couple bang-bang plays for Lancaster have tied this up now.
Inferno goal in the 58th minute by number 5, Emily Widener.
So Emily Widener throws that home there for the Lancaster Inferno. Hess and Francis not on the same wavelength there for a quick moment. Here is Field. And right now it's going to be a little bit of who wants it more. And that one goes out. Field there, a little too much. Knocks down the player. So it'll be number 16 here, booting this away. Annika Krasny out of Bloomsburg. So it's a beautiful ball right over the center. Mendola's going to have to shield all she can there as Stroud makes it. As Wunderlich was right in the pocket there of Mendola and a threat for Lancaster. Off of Stoner. Stoner to Sid Hess. Hockey sends a lollipop right over the center to Meniscus. But it'll be the blue jerseys getting there first. Back Mountain commanded this team last week, but it's a new week, and right now it's tied up at 2 apiece. Wunderlich went down as Pomerink had the better positioning there. Allie Francis got something in her eyeball. And they backed away from her. Now she's got a little bit of freedom. Tries to head over to the center. Here comes Allie Francis popping one up in the air. Just a hair too much mustard on that one. And came over to the keeper. Lancaster sends one down. Nice shield there by number 30, Williamson. Williamson looking. Sends it over to Wunderlich. Wunderlich now tries to send it to some blue jersey she thought she saw, but it was all gray and pretty much all space as we'll get throw-in coming up here for the Torrent. There's hockey. Coming across. Coming down. This one slid in, and Mendola thought, oh, let me hit this out, and then had to rethink it and say, okay, if it goes out, we're good, and the right decision there for the back mountain Torrent. Stoner to Schweitzer. What a play by the goalie. Schweitzer almost dinked that over her. But a great job there getting that out. Kate Field running the distance here, but down comes 5. Widener. Hess. And Widener hits it out. It out. Nice job here by 16, Krasny. Krasny coming, sends one over to Stroud, just on her tippy toes. Tippy fingers there. Came off her toes and just caught it right on the end. Looked that ball all the way in. And Velcro on Emma Stroud's fingertips. Left those feet. Schweitzer. They got right in there. Schweitzer keeps going. Schweitzer keeps going. Emma Schweitzer. Oh, just a little wide. What a effort by Schweitzer. You know, you run into a body, you fall down, you do the old chicken wing and keep going. This one comes on out off ahead. Here's Hess. Hess slows it down. Tries to get over to Francis. Francis gets it to Meniscus. Can Meniscus be shot out of a cannon? She was, but the defender was there, and then they kick it over to the side and keep it in. And now still playing it here are the Lancaster Inferno. Field. Hess. Hess. Back over to the other side. And trying to get it down. Mendola now trying to make something with it. Here comes Issa Mendola. Issa Mendola across the middle. Issa Mendola tries to rip it to the right and nothing there. So just a little bit off. Lost a little body control and sent her over to the far right. We're in the 65th minute. Make that. One booted out. Allie Francis in position. 2 players right around her. Francis sends it over to Przhocki, back over to Hess. And Hess has her sister. And back over towards Allie Francis. Pomerink will try to get there. But now Kate Field right in that mix. But Lancaster gets there first. Goes over to Widener. Widener kicks it down right near number 10, Wunderlich. But Przhocki was there. Here's Hess. And Hess over to the sideline. Gallagher will make the entrance coming up here. Root. Wunderlich on Hess. Back over to the center. Przhocki step nicely. Field boots that lefty. And Schweitzer trying to see if she could get a little bit of an edge here. And just couldn't. And Stoner will try to chase that down to that far side. It looks like it's going out. But saved there by Lancaster. And now it'll get over to open space with Mendola. Mendola sends one right back to Stoner. Feeder. And feeds Olivia Meniscus, who get by this one girl. She's got a little wiggle room here. But nice job there defending by Lancaster. Here is Kate Field wide open. Kate Field runs into a wall there. So a nice job by 16 once again, Krasny. Hess. Over to Stoner. Stoner to the middle. Stoner trying to get it, and nobody was home for the Torrent. Here comes Wunderlich again, right down that center. She's got a sprinter here, and they just couldn't get things going. So Stroud takes care of the ball for the Back Mountain Torrent. Tied at 2 apiece, 68th minute. Meniscus gets a perfect pass over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer to Stoner, just a little bit behind her. Meniscus off her head. Allie Francis hustling that. Nobody has any juice left to run that down, so it'll be taken care of here by Stroud. Boots that out. Right in the center of the field. Field is the player. Kate wearing 16. No, that's 17 there. Maddie Carper will come up on Wunderlich. Mendola tries to press her and then picked away there by Hess. Far outside right now. They got somebody on that right side. But Mendola sends that one out towards the center. It's going to go right to Carly Stoner. Stoner has somebody open in Emma Schweitzer on that far side. They missed her. It was tough to get it to her. She was in the opposite side. Hess coming up strong. Took out number 5 there, Widener. That'll produce a card on number 23. We thank our friends at Endless Energy Amp Global Strategies, McCarthy Tire Service. Thank you so much for watching here on the John Mendola Show Network. Thank Dee's Diner, Athletic Republic, locations in Music and in Dallas. FNCB Bank, Comets Law, Mendocino's Pizza, your local State Farm insurance agents, Manuka Subaru, it's all we do. Dr. Todd and Tracy Zarola of Lewitt and Freeman. Off of Hess, still alive and cleared by the other Hess. This one floated back up. Mendola gets her head on it. It'll come right to Meniscus. Meniscus right to Schweitzer. And then stepping in are the Lancaster Inferno. So 2-2. Goes off of Meniscus, and Stoner gets there first, but corralled by Root. Williamson's making a run here on this far outside. Mendola trying to contain her. Set across. Then back. Up in the air. Williamson, high fly ball. Is going to be just a little no-go. Stroud will get back to this one. Got one way up in the air right near Meniscus. Pomerank knuckles that, and then Stoner. Mendola sends one to Schweitzer on the ground. Schweitzer now gets by one, tries to get near another, and it'll be plopped out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up here for the Back Mountain Torrent. 71st minute. Number 4, Lily Highstand will enter. Number 29, Devin Derry as well.
Entering for the Inferno, number 29, Devin Deary, and number 4, Lily Highstand.
Meniscus. Mendola to Stoner. Stoner across the center. Stoner still going. Stoner across the way. Trying to play a ricochet there. And here comes Hess. Hess sends one. Oh, what a goal that was by Hess. The keeper took a step, and that was a Jimmy the Ripper as they went upper echelon here. So it's a beautiful feeling when you do that. And Bryn Hess sends that thing right to the back of the net.
73rd minute by number 23, Bryn Hess.
So you got a tall keeper, but sometimes you take that misstep, and that's exactly what happened as she had that misstep there, and it just affected. But what a rip, not to take away what Hess was able to do. Here is Emma Schweitzer. Got it taken away. Mendola will get the throw in. Coming over on that far side here. Down here, it's Lancaster. Still coming over to the center. Now back down this sideline and goes off of Sid Hess. Lots of contact here. Still played here in the center. Back over Williamson. Going to go off of Lancaster, and Mendola will throw that in. So it does look like Allison Burkholder, who normally wears 18, wearing 27 today in goal. 3-2, 75th minute. Here comes Emma Schweitzer. Carly Stoner. Space. Got two across. Gallagher and Schweitzer. They send it over a little far. And here comes Hess. Now that is Pomerank just a little high. Kira Pomerank ran in there. Trying to get something going, but just ended up a little bit high there. we'll get Booker now to sub in here for Lancaster. Got a redo here. Three to two, the count. The Back Mountain Torrent and Endless Energy Amp Global Strategies. Partners of the Torrent. I'd like to thank our friends at McCarthy Tire Service for all they do here to help local student athletes enjoy their times competing and supporting them the whole way. McCarthy Tire, one of the largest tire dealers in North America. Great people at McCarthy Tires. That 100-year anniversary is creeping up. 2026, just 3 years away. Try to get it going forward. Here's Wonderlook. They get it over to the corner. Not going to make it. So they tried to dump it. Thank our friends for supporting us all year long. Got our Carol and Janelle. Paducah Subaru, it's all we do. Comets Law, located on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. Jonathan Comets and his team. Your local State Farm insurance agents, Tracy Zarola, T's Diner, and Decino's Pizza, FNCB Bank. Member FDIC. Coming in, Sid Hess hits it out. Right to Carly Stoner's footsie. She'll look over to the side. She gets Kira Pomerink. Pomerink now trying to do something. Here's Schweitzer making a run. Here is Gallagher. Gets it forward just a hair behind, but Olivia Meniscus comes over to try to make something work. And then a open Booker here on this opposite side with Kate Field corralling her. And then over to the far sideline, and Field will funnel her inside as well. Wonderlic. And back over. Root. Widener now. And I'll try to get over to number 2, Strybeck. And booted out there by Przyhocki. So Lancaster there. Przyhocki. Schweitzer. Here is Meniscus trying to get a little wiggle room. And Meniscus goes down. Yellow card coming. Looks like Przyhocki will come up to boot this thing from the 25. But we're really about 35 out. Boots that thing. Header. Hess. Oh, just above. Sid Hess made a heck of a run. Just needed a little flatter ball, I guess, to get into the top of the net there. As the ball rose up. Gallagher got in the way there. This one comes over to the sideline. Back over to the center back. And then Kate Field will address any kind of threat there. Here is Wonderlic. Wonderlic trying to make a run, but Bryn Hess there to take care of it. And then sends one down to Stoner. But coming up to take care of that is Burkholder. '80th minute. Only 10 more to go. As they'll have a little bit of wiggle room. Meniscus will try to chase her down, and Olivia Meniscus does the job there of getting the ball the Torrent's way. Here is Schweitzer trying to get over, and they knock it out. It'll be a throw-in coming up here for the Back Mountain Torrent. So number 9 will jump in here. It'll be Haley Shillabere, King's College product. Well, the weather has held out here in Northeast PA for some soccer. A little bit of a drizzle, a little bit of stuff going on, but enough to kind of make things happen here. Mendola worked on whatever to get that over to Stoner. Here is Gallagher, but I think she was offsides, and that'll come back over, and they'll get the whistle, and we're good, as Lancaster will get a play on this ball. Appreciate you watching today here, the Back Mountain Torrent on the John Mendola Show Network here at Misericordia University. Whites are trying to get there, cannot. So it'll be a throw-in coming up here for the Inferno. McNeely will get in here in a moment. Get her little ticket over to the referee, and Carly Stoner's work is done today. Nice job by Carly. Great hustle. Good motor. Mendola got her footsie on that right to Emma Schweitzer, who now has Pomerink in the center. Pomerink slows things down. Pomerink over and just went beyond Gallagher, as Megan McNeely was over on this right-hand side, and Olivia Meniscus. How about credit to Dallas area? They have 5 players right now on the field. Dallas High School, 5 players out there for the Torrent. Here comes Meniscus. Meniscus makes a little wiggle room. Sends one just right to under Burkholder. Got it on the right side there. 2 Inferno players were jolting down on that opposite side. And now they still have 2 over there. One will get addressed, and they'll send it back to the inside. Back over, and nice job of Gallagher, got in the way there. Kaylin Gallagher, an incoming freshman this year at Misericordia University. Try to make an extra cut there. Meniscus is there, and then cleared there by Lancaster. Get it over to Field. Kate Field looking. Kate Field for his hockey. Back, and then bops up in the air, and Sid Hess is there, and Mendola will get there here for the Torrent. Mendola tries to take off, and got it poked away there for a half a second, but a wide open Olivia Meniscus here in the center. Meniscus. No, Burkholder was there. So Olivia Meniscus tried to do something with that, but contained. Here is Booker. Booker goes over to the center. Booker gets off a shot to Stroud, but Stroud takes care of that. Stroud solid with that hand-eye coordination. There is a smidgen of a storm moving towards us right now from east to west. Located right now, just a little north of Pittston. But with 5 minutes to go, I think we're going to finish this thing without any delays. Schweitzer has McNeely as a wide open Gallagher. If she's on sides, missed her. And then good defense there. They got physical back over. Here's McNeely looking around and sends it back to Field. Field will look. She's going to send it forward. Mandola's going to try and make a run on that far side. She'll get there. All right. There's somebody on her, and Hockey is right there. Now back over to Field. Field will look down to this side and say, hey, you make a run, Hess. You had a shot earlier. Hess sends one up in the air, off ahead of one of the Inferno. Booker bounces that up in the air. And back over to Hess. Hess trying to get it to the inside. Physical player on Booker. Booker trying to hold her off. And the Inferno do the job. Now they'll get Carver. Oh, Carper, that was. And now over to the side. This one, Hess is going to hustle. She's going to make it. Just barely, but makes it. And the keeper will boot that out. Wunderlich is there, but here is Pomerink now. Pomerink to Meniscus. Meniscus now trying to get a flow here with the back mountain Torrent. You got McNeely on the right. She's got Schweitzer, the four line of Dallas high school players, and just saved over there by Burkholder. How about that picture? That'd be a great picture. 4 Dallas forwards, high school forwards. Not too shabby. We're going to see number 27 get into the contest here. That is going to be Sally Denhalter. She'll be a Ms. Recordia freshman. Coming in.
Entering for the Inferno, number 26, Megan Burkholder, and number 3, Ashley Keys.
There comes Emma Schweitzer. Should get a big round of applause here. Emma being Emma. Couple goals today. There's the corner and hits the goalpost. Kate Field. Probably could have played football. Nice athlete, great young lady. Field. Push, here's Booker. McNeely will try to put some pressure on her. Gallagher gets a footsie on it. Here is McNeely. Got to hustle that. And was worried about the physical hold there. Just had to keep going as Booker got her arms around her there. She just didn't get the call. This will go backwards now here as Lancaster in the 89th minute tries to see if they can tie this thing up. Here's a great opportunity for them. A slow stopper. But Bryn Hess puts it in the air. Denhalter got her body on it. Comes back over to the middle here. Blocked Cape Field. Down on the ground. But poking that out was Sid Hess, and then Gallagher. They'll call that on her. She got her body into the Lancaster player, and she went down. Everybody's eyes in the sky looking at the clouds right now with, maybe a minute or a little bit more to play. This one booted up in the air. Stroud. Luckily, everybody's okay there as Hockey got pushed down right into the knees of Stroud, and neither Hockey or Stroud are injured on that one. So Stroud will boot that thing up in the air. Comes forward. It's been a great battle today between Lancaster and Back Mountain. Both teams came to play, played hard. Right now, it's still the Torrent on top. Anything could happen here in the last couple of moments. Hess sends it over to McNeely. Meniscus, I'm going to call a penalty right there. She hopped up, got tripped. So we saw earlier what Bryn Hess was able to do. We're going to line that up on her foot. Send one. Oh, Denhalter was right there. What a run by number 27, Sally, out of Delaware Valley. Booted out. Pomerink. Denhalter. Denhalter will get there. Denhalter sends one up in the air for Gallagher. It's kicked out. We'll get a corner coming up here in the 90th minute. Or maybe the 91st minute. So Kate Field will head over, which could be one of the final plays here this evening. So trying to run out that clock, Pomerink. Mendola will get the throw in here down there deep. Gets it to Field. Back to Mendola. Mendola coming across. Mendola tries to get a shot. It gets blocked. And then Field will send it over to Hess. Hess will feed McNeely. Knocked out by Booker. Badiscus gets there to block that. We'll get a goal kick coming up, and any moment we'll get the whistle here to keep this thing in check. Booted out. Lancaster still alive here. Hess gets rid of that right off the training table. Hess. That is it. And the Back Mountain Torrent get through their first season undefeated. 6-0-2. Well, congratulations to the Torrent on a victory, and Lancaster a heck of an effort here tonight, going down 3-2 here on the road. We appreciate you joining us. Want to thank Endless Energy, AMP, Global Strategies, and McCarthy Tire Service, and all of our other sponsors here on the John Mendola Show Network. Congratulations. So the champions of the Mid-Atlantic League in the UW2 are the Back Mountain Torrent. Congratulations. Have a good night.